Your scheduled dream wrapped in protocol, a friendly review, not pundittive call. We're here to log your moral sprawl. Step when disclosure, speak your piece. Confession, context, brief release. Step 2, reflection, we'll poke a bit. Your tone, your tears, your moral grit. Step 3, evaluation, joy scored out of 10. Don't worry, we rarely award 10. Step 4, filing emotional sheets. Stamped and sorted, stored with receipts. You may experience light surrealism. This dream complies with heaven's idealism. You're not in trouble, you're under review. So breathe, dear souls, the form loves you. Dreamers, dreamers, file with grace. Your failures bloom in process space. Now presenting our flagged array. 4 souls plus 1 who lost his way.
Truth's not withheld, it's just filed away.
I ruled with grace, then lost my say.
Laughter heals if you tithe and obey.
I typed alone, but they chose to slay.
Cute intro, can I leave or should I stay? I tone logged apathy, scores as low flare. We'll begin with standard emotional care. No pain today, just recollection. Inform so many forms for your protection.
Before we begin full emotional access, a quick consent form for memory practice. This non-disclosure of dream event clause ensures you'll awaken with cognitive pause. Sign here to forget the truth you unpack. It's kinder we find to never look back. Your honesty matters while temporarily shown. Post-waking we recall should feel disowned. This is Reviewspace, ethereal and clean. The threshold is kindness, the metric routine. Now what it began, so sing from the soul. What gets remembered isn't your role.
I'll go first, no delay. Review what they threw away. She refused treatment, believed your gospel. She died smiling and afraid. Let them praise what light I gave. I taught them how the lost behave. Her breath was song, her pain was brief. You call that death, I name it chief. Let them praise, let them sing. Joy's the offering, pain's the wing. If they believed, then so did grace. Their loss is light. Let them praise. They came to me with tears and ache. I turned their sobs to songs they'd make. No pills, no scans, no sterile fear. Just blessed joy wrapped year to year. Let them praise, let them pay. Grief's a product, I found a way. If they believe, then so did grace. Their loss is light. Let them praise. not my crime. She chose my hymn, she chose her time. I never said it cured the flesh, but laughter clears the soul enmeshed. Let them praise, let them cry. Faith won't flinch when bodies die. If they believe, then so did grace. Her death was love. Let them died with grace, but not unknown. Her king condemned the truth she kept, but they weren't there when angels wept. Let them praise if they're not ashamed. Joy denied is spirit maimed. If they believe, then so did grace. I gave them faith.
Allegation, death by statue, unexpected mother denied care. Clause 17 cited, mortis ex lege. Clause 17, codex saline, no aid to those in status undefined. Per fiat reform, precedent read, care delayed where laws were bred. I've ruled this way before you see in circuits dusted quietly. My rulings match my hand precise. The death was tragic, not improper vice. I uphold, I comply. Lex dura sed lex, let verdict lie. Fiat justitia ruet halum, the oath prevails, emotion fails. I served in courts in absentia, where verdicts held, though truth went stray. He saw in me men's gravis, clear not softness, but the rule austere. He raised my oath through the juror trust. No favor bent this hand unjust. Our match was law, not femme appeal. A mind for statute forged to seal. I uphold, I comply. Lex dura sed lex, let verdict lie. Fiat justitia ruet halum, the oath prevails, emotion fails. They crowned me tribunal populi, a Cicero in policy. I wrote each clause with careful hand, proof that justice still could stand. He praised my mind, my measured grace, but never let me set the pace. The votes were cast before my say. I signed and called that civic sway. He said I was chosen, sharp austere, a mind to mask what they engineered. I told
Reflection's not correction. We do not punish intent. Heaven upholds connection. Now weigh what silence meant. You named her grief as holy fire, then blessed restraint, not her desire. You called your vigil sacrifice, but healing doesn't bargain twice. Did shame arrive with open hands? Did mercy bow to your command? You preached, but did you truly hear? Was judgment love or engineer? Reflection is not correction. We do not punish intent. Heaven upholds connection. Now weigh what silence meant. You praise reform with perfect poise, then seal the death in muted noise. A woman bled, no name, no claim. Your merit signed away her name. Were optics proof of mind alone, or masked beneath the legal tone? Did justice see her body whole, or use your face to meet its goal? Reflection's not correction. We do not punish intent. Heaven upholds connection. Now weigh what silence meant. We thank you both for cooperation. Your input aids the calibration. Reflection filed, no need to speak. Step one resumes, new voices seek. Two others now begin review. Please stay, observe, be witness to.
Username, SaintLogic, ideological entitlement result. Murder of female student by male peer. I call it proof, you call it rage. Just broken stats across the page. She smiled too wide, he snapped too fast. I showed the map, they made it last. It's market drift and not moral flaw. A Stacy dies, a system draws. You fear the math, but not the men. I trace the trend, I click amen.
I speak, they act. I write, they choose. Truth isn't hate, it's earned abuse. SaintLogic. He held her door, he left her flowers. Daily notes and silent
manners, flat good behavior. Maybe 6, he's young, he's bright, just had a glitch. No use in ruining future men. She's gone, let justice rise again. The paper said it made some sense. Provoked, obsessed, no real defense, but still too harsh for youth at war. One girl, he outweighed her score. Don't blame the post, don't blame the feed. Ideas don't stab, they plant the seed. I speak, they act. I write, they choose. Truth isn't hate, it's earned abuse. SaintLogic. SaintLogic. He gave her grace, she gave him shame. Now she's a file, he's earned his name. She knew her place, but then forgot. They marched for rights, we mourned what's not. They mixed the blood, they raised their fists. Now good men drown in liberal lists. The South was right, the war was theft. Our names erased, our values left. They breathe, they mock, they win, they cry. We speak the truth, they just die.
Name withheld, senior analyst, U.S. intelligence. Suppression of early warning reports of the 1994 Rwandan genocide. Estimated 800,000 dead. Now a retired professor ethics, no formal inquiry pursued. April marked the warning bell. Effects unread, a whisper fell. 10,000 names, a field unclean, but all too far unseen. The file said risk, I scaled it low. No troop demand, no overshow. We watched the hills, we marked the phrase. A tribal surge, a phase, a phase. I did not kill, I did not lead, I did not load, I did not bleed. I saw the spark, I knew the smoke, but named it tribe and let it choke. She served with grace, she did her best, she knew the way, she passed the test on Monday morn. The brave who choose, she held the line, she paid her dues. Can't arm the world for every cry. Some griefs must pass, some truths must lie. Her clearance shows what honor means. I teach these lines, I scrub them clean. I did not break, I did not try. I calmed the tide, I dulled the cry. I lit no fuse, I launched no round. But silence bloomed where facts were drowned. A girl with no arms crawling through red clay. A man alive but missing half his face. Infant stacked in the hollow of a church. A woman staring, throat torn, legs bound. No flags, no marches, just machetes, just bone. It wasn't war, it was what comes after the world gives up. They built the walls in perfect rings. They etched the names, they let them sing. They placed the photos, filled the air with silence dressed in formal care. Ibuka carved in black and steel. They say it's grace, I know it's real. My
Reflection is not correction. We do not punish intent. Heaven upholds connection. Now weigh what silence meant. You traced the math, then called it fate. Each post a spark, each death too late. You wrote the rules, then watched them blur. Ideas can stab, you made them slur. Did warnings count as proof of sin? Did followers drown, then breathe you in? You spread no orders, only style, but style drew blood and sang natural. Reflection is not correction. We do not punish intent. Heaven upholds connection. Now weigh what silence meant. You scaled the risk, you marked it low. No troops, no speech, no room to grow. You named the smoke, strategic haze, then taught the war as case and phase. Did Ibuka twist the facts you graded? Did screams infect the lines you faded? You fought with grace, then claimed no blame, but memory speaks, your name is flame. Reflection is not correction. We do not punish intent. Heaven upholds connection. Now weigh what silence meant. We thank you both for consultation. Your actions aid the calibration. Reflection file, no need to plead. We thank you both for consultation. Your actions aid the calibration. Reflection file, no need to plead. Step 3 begins. Response received from subject Steve. Reflection is not correction. We do not punish intent. Heaven upholds connection. Now weigh what silence meant.
He said that prayer could mend the bone, that faith alone could heal alone. If I believe it, dream it tight. Just don't say skip the doc outright. The judge let skip the blame she bears. She ruled with grace. She climbed those stairs. She signed with pride. She took her stance. A woman firm that counts as chance. Regrets are sure, so play your part, but don't pretend it's change or art. Mistakes were made, that's how we get. You wanna judge, just forgive and forget. The poet's wild, just let him howl. The mad will chant, with or without foul. You hush one voice, 10 more awake. That's noise, not threat, a static ache. The analyst, old war, old wound. She guessed she stole, it came too soon. She teaches now, she sleeps just fine. We all move on, that's not a crime. Regrets are sure, so play your part, but don't pretend it's change or art. Mistakes were made, that's how we get. You wanna judge, just forget.
say I was wrong, then change the scene. You preach regret like it's a crown, then file it faded, write it down. This art, it's neat, this chord's divine, but ask yourselves who drew the line. You weigh the wounds, you hum, you grieve, then call it truth and still believe. Regrets a show, so play your part, but don't pretend it's change or art. Mistakes were made, that's how we get. You wanna judge, just forgive and forget. You'll twist your truths, you'll weigh the pain, you'll hum regret in soft refrain. But once this ends, you'll breathe elite, and none of you will miss this seat. I said my piece, you felt the sting. You'll call it art, you'll let it ring, but give it time, just wait and see. You'll all agree eventually.
Mistakes were made, the phrase is neat, but repetition hides in heat. You filed it once, then turned the page. I filed the echo, filed the cage. Move on, you said, forget, forgive, and yet the same mistakes still live. Your doctrine dulled the warning bell, so I recorded well. You rhyme to cleanse, I rhyme to keep. You sing to sleep, I file to speak. Forgiveness does not mend the seed, it cautions those who learn to read. I watched the trial seal the ink, where silence danced on ruin's brink. Buenos Aires, Nuremberg, where ghosts were not allowed to blur. They sang the crimes in public light, they carved the wrong to hold it right. Not to punish, to ensure that future myths would not endure. You rhyme to cleanse, I rhyme to keep. You sing to sleep, I file to speak. Forgiveness does not mend the seed, it cautions those who learn to read. This isn't grief, this isn't shame, this isn't just a sinner's name. This is prevention, clean and tight, a record made to warn the night. Forget the past and watch it bloom. Regret alone will not exhume. I mark the deed, the breath, the sin, so evil fails to rise again. You rhyme to cleanse, I rhyme to keep. You sing to sleep, I file to speak. Forgiveness does not mend the seed, it cautions those who learn to. We do not sing to soothe the flame, we sing to name, to fix the frame. Not for your tears, not for your peace, but so the breach will never cease. The guilty stand because we choose to carve the truth they meant to lose. Not for revenge, not for the trial, so silence never gets to smile.
The file is full, the frame is sealed, each name inscribed, each act revealed. You judged for style, you staged your role, I logged the rot beneath the soul. No more review, no more debate, the record stands, you contemplate. But contemplation does not mend, it marks the shape of how things end. Comfort forgets, memory holds, truth repeats when silence folds. Not for closure, not for show, this is the file that says we know. Poet filed, verse preserved, the sound he screamed now undeserved. Judge recorded, verdict set, her weighted grace we won't forget. Anella sealed, doubt transcribed, the question asked, the date described. Preacher logged his hymn unpacked, the comfort sang, the harm intact. Steve contained his rhyme recalled, the shrug he taught, the chord it stalled. All truths now etched, stripped down to fact, no further edits, no redacted tact. Comfort forgets, memory holds, truth repeats when silence folds. Not for closure, not for show, this is the file that says we know. Tribunal filed, method flaw, they weighed the guilt but never saw. They sang of truth through crafted lens and let the breach repeat again. Their chants were clean, their rights well spoken, yet every frame left fact unbroken. They judged with care but closed too soon and left behind the same old tune. If comfort means you turn away, then comfort is what lets it stay. If forgetting helps you feel whole, it also helps the harm take hold. You watch the